Hey guys, this is a VR for Jiujitsu2000. Jiujitsu is one of those words I always have a hard time spelling, to be honest with you. And anytime I look for his channel, I just type 2000. So just a little honesty there right off the bat. Um, I would like this to be. He's got two prize kits. He's got a 10-piece kit and a mystery box. I would like this VR to be for both of those prizes, if that is allowed, and I do believe it is. So and let me get right into this because it's going to be a long video, and I'll try to save you some precious time. Uh, he's got a number of questions, and you don't have to do the questions if you don't want to. I'm doing this for some bonus points per se. Um, so the first question, number one, what size t-shirt do you wear? Extra large. And man, I'm almost getting ready to move up one size bigger, which I guess would be XXL if I don't watch it. I gotta watch my weight. I weighed 161 pounds when I stopped smoking 3 years ago, and now I weigh 212. I can't stop eating since I've stopped smoking. But it's better than smoking. I just gotta kind of watch what I eat and take better care of myself. I am a vegetarian, but I do eat a lot of junk food too. So, junk food vegetarian. All right, moving on to question number two. At this rate, we're going to be here all night. Uh, I have, let's see, I have over 500 videos on my channel. Which one is your favorite? Um, I really like the one, and this will cover also question number three. The first one I seen is where you found that paracord just in the dirt in the middle of a road, I think, and then you brought it home, you washed it, you repurposed it, and then you gave it away in another video, and that's still my favorite video, and uh, and that did inspire me to subscribe to your channel, which is question three. Question four: if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you choose? Um, that's like asking if I could have any wife in the world, which one would I choose? you know, it's just so many variables with that. I'd rather not be tied down to one place. That's probably the reason I don't have a wife. So I would say, man, I like the four seasons. I mean, as much as I hate winter, and boy, I really love four seasons. I would someplace with four seasons, with some better metal detecting than they have in Alpena. I do very well. Don't get me wrong, but I don't get that old. I don't get any Civil War stuff, and I don't get that those old finds like you get in the New England areas and New Hampshire and along the East Coast there. So maybe somewhere over there. I don't want to be somewhere too populated. Wilderness is fine with me. Um, all right, moving on. If you could choose to be any wild animal, which one would you be? Well, I would be a gorilla, an old silverback gorilla, because they're vegetarians. They're massive, monstrous muscle beasts that are vegetarians. So, how about that? What makes you smile? A great fine metal detecting makes me smile. I'll even dance if it's gold. All right, what kind of music do you like? I like Tool, uh, Rush, Pink Floyd, the classic rock, the hippie rock. Uh, I said Tool, stuff like that. All right, definitely rock. I don't like any country. I don't like any this new pop bull crap, and I don't like rap. And if you do, hey, that's good for you. It's just not for me. Um, I do like classical music too. I like piano. I love piano. Just piano solos, classical piano, Beethoven. All right, moving on. Have you ever been in a real life survival situation? such situation in your life? Nah, no, I don't think so. I mean, I was trained for some. Um, well, I was in the army, so I mean, and I was in the infantry. We trained for a lot of different survival situations. It was a little different though. It's more of how to survive in a combat situation. But some of it, like I was in Fort Irwin for NTC National Training Center, and that was 90 days, and that was in the Mojave Desert. And they never really taught us any survival skills, like how to find water, do any of that in the desert. But you always felt on edge because, I mean, there were a few guys in our company that, well, I wouldn't say our company, our battalion that kicked the bucket due to not having water. So probably had cramps or whatever, and whatever for whatever reason their body couldn't take it. All right, so moving on. Do you have a favorite quote? If so, what was it and who said it? Favorite quote? Oh, geez, a piece, man. I had I was gonna write something down too because I knew I'd forget when I got here, and I forgot to write it down. Uh, Favorite quote? I'm gonna have to come back to that. Um, Maybe it'll come to me as we go. So that was question number 9. Question number 10. What is your favorite season or holiday? Favorite season would be fall. There's nothing like fall. I mean, uh, everything starts cooling down. The ground gets wetter. Better for metal detecting. Everything gets prettier. The fall leaves change. Favorite holiday would be Christmas, which is also my birthday. All right. Do you have anyone who inspires you? Who and why? I have a number of uh, a number of people that inspire me. Mostly scientists, like Darwin. Is one of the greatest scientists of all time, in my opinion, and a lot of scientific philosophers. Probably Darwin the most. All right, let's go on to natural selection in Darwin. So uh, let's go on to do you prefer cats or dogs? I prefer cats, and dogs are a lot more work. I mean, uh, and plus I can leave the house and not worry so much about them. But I love dogs. When I see people have dogs, I always want to pet them and stuff like that. I love animals. So, what's your ideal dream vacation location? Um Somewhere mild weather, uh, with great opportunity to find something good in the ground, and I'll take it from there. What's your favorite food or type of food? I would say pizza is my favorite food. I'm not a vegan. I do eat cheese, so, uh, and type of food definitely Italian, I guess. Yeah. What's your favorite? Or I'm sorry. Have you ever trained in martial arts? No, I have not. And number 16. What is your biggest fear? Well, that's changed throughout my life. When you're younger, you fear things that you don't when you're older. I have very few fears now. It seems, and that's strange because the older you get, the closer you are to the end of the big picture. But I guess my biggest fear would be like let's say I quit my job and got rid of my house and just got an RV and went off metal detecting. I guess that's a big step, and it's a big risk. I mean, there's a million things could happen. My van could get stolen, or I could have a catastrophic breakdown, and I might be low on funds or whatever. There's always that what if. Now that could happen here too, but you know, I've got a stable foundation. I got a house and stuff like that. So, all right, so let's move on. I guess that would be my biggest fear. Would be, you know, afraid to do what I want to do. Really. Um, and there's a lot of naysayers. Oh, you don't want to do that. That's crazy, you know, stuff like that. So, all right. Uh, what am I at? 17. What are you the most passionate about? Metal detecting, without a doubt. I am, uh, well, I love bushcrafting too, but not like I do metal detecting. That's why I bushcraft in the winter, is because summer is reserved for metal detecting, you know. And then I'm going to start a new winter hobby. At least I'm going to try it. And just like any hobby, you start looking into it. Next thing you know, you're racking up the money. You know, you're at $75, or now you're at 100 just to get started. You know, and if I really want to do it right, I'm at 400. So I want to. I don't know why, but I've got this crazy urge to build model cars, like I did when I was a kid. But I didn't get it all involved when I was a kid. I just glued them together the best I could, and maybe brush painted them. But I want to do them nice, sand them down, and if you watch them now, the way they do them nowadays, it's just like they're painting a real car. They sand, uh, even that. I mean, it's just incredible. It's just like watching them paint a real car. So, all right. So I wouldn't mind trying that, getting into that. Sorry about the rant there. Where am I? What is your happiest memory? Um, my happiest memory would be, boy, I had this ex girlfriend that was just amazing, and for whatever reason, we aren't together today. And boy, every time I think about her, it was just a happy memory. So that was a long time ago. All right. Do you think crying is a weakness or an act of strength? I think crying's a human emotion. We all show pretty much. It's. I mean, emotions, they just kind of happen. You don't really have control over your emotions. Uh, you don't, you can't say, well, I'm not gonna cry for that because I'm strong, or, you know. Um, I would say, hmm, I don't know. I don't. I've cried a few times, I guess. Yeah. I don't really think of it that way. I mean, I've cried when I've laughed really hard. So, um, I would say strength, I guess. Okay, number 20. What life lesson did you learn the hard way? Everything I know, I've learned the hard way. I've, that's just the way my life has went, and I'm sure most people, um, everybody gets advice, and kind of like an asshole. An asshole will ask you advice but never take it. So, I've learned everything the hard way. And the hard way is not always as hard as it sounds. Some things you got to find out for yourselves. You got to do it your way, and then there's nothing wrong with that. Just so you aren't doing something stupid. Um, that that reminds me of uh, one of my favorite quotes. Uh, Life is tough, but it's tougher when you're stupid, and that's by John Wayne. So that that would I like that quote, and that would go back up there. What number was that? I was gonna pick something scientific, but I don't want to bore you and stuff. Uh, Number 9. All right, so go check them out. It's great. Some great prizes in a 10-piece kit. The mystery prize, we don't know what that is. It's a separate video. Make sure you follow all of his rules. Subscribe, support, all that good stuff. Jiujitsu2000. And thank you for the, he gave me a shout out in his video. I think he did that before. I appreciate that. He says I don't show my face. I do occasionally. I'm doing it now. Here comes the cat right in front of the camera. See, now, when I do a facial shot like this, you can never get to see the cat. And I know you would rather see the cat than me. So, I hope I didn't forget anything. He's always got these elaborate rules that he makes sound easy, but they're quite elaborate. So, all right, thanks for watching.